attack. Construction complete.
I swear I'm gone, you wanted to save us, but I can't take this now. We should burn this down. I wrote this song to tell you the reason that I won't say out loud, and maybe we won't drown. No, 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 I saw myself give up on you, that's just no other way. I see you on the other side, but you could never wait. It's tearing me apart, so tell me if you feel it too. It's time for something new.
Building online. Building.
We're not forever, no, that we're just falling apart. I'm hearing your arms say that we
Unit under attack.
tell me why I'm lost in the dark.
Unit under attack. Stealth unit detected.
Construction complete. Low power. Building. Unit under attack. Construction complete. Building.
Cancel. Building. Construction complete. Building.
Fix this mess, but it's all for me. I just wanna go back to the days when we said no take backs, never change.
Construction
One last
complete.
time, I'm
New
always
construction
looking back
options.
on us. 'Cause you
On hold.
and I
Cancelled. Construction complete. New construction options. Training. Building.
Tiberievых soldier detected. Building. Unit under attack. Construction complete. Construction complete. New construction options.
Unit under attack.
Hello, hello everyone, and I hope that you can hear me loud and clear. And I think that the sound should be just solid enough. If there are any interruptions, let me know, please. I'll start with English cast, maybe then switch to Russian and combine them both. Well, anyway, we'll see what happened. From what we have already seen, the crane was built by Shoktrepet, and then disintegrators came on and killed both harvester and crane, and that was a very risky build, which was basically undertaken there by Shock, and I don't think that that was a rational idea, and I have no clue why would he do this. Maybe he thought that yeah, well, he probably didn't know the bike was playing for for travelers, sorry, and that served him well. That served him really bad with a with a bad mistake. How do you say it? Actually, that served him a good lesson because he has to scout his opponent quite good, especially in the beginning. I don't know. I actually didn't check this, but the funny thing is Shoktrepet is playing for random, and he got GDI as a random. It's not the worst case scenario. You can still played with GDI, but Travelers are particularly strong, especially while having Blue Tiberium at the start. Switching to T3 should be just what you should do when you actually play for Travelers. And Shoktrepet, on the other hand, should avoid Travelers getting tagged because it's so important that he can stop them before they got D3. If he doesn't, then he will get lots of problems in the late game. GDI is very strong on T1, T2, so I feel like they have to mass Predators and APCs because playing with Firehawks is very, very hazardous, and it takes a significant knowledge and skill to play with them on point, to play with them effectively. And if there are any like stuff, GG to the yeah, and of course colors. I forgot about it. Actually, I checked that Shock had a yellow color, and the game before he had blue, which was a random color, I believe. So he did change the color. I won't change the color on the score table for now. Maybe I'll just ask Shock to stick to the one particular color. And now both two APCs are stopping those disintegrators. Nothing in particular is, it's nothing. Not a really powerful attack. These disintegrators are being hauled quite easily there. On the other hand, way more disintegrators are being produced. It's slowly but steadily becoming a spam of disintegrators and gunwalkers, which is not the easiest thing to stop, if you ask me, especially if they are combined with cultists. A few cultists there can be very sinister against GDI, who doesn't really have hammerheads. Without hammerheads, without air, you won't be able to stop it. Unless you have a huge load of infantry, which barely happens. So, deploying MCV on this map is quite tricky. Sometimes it looks like you can deploy it there, but for some reason it just doesn't work. You can't open it up, especially when disintegrators would harass you, and another crane is being taken. I feel like, wow, that was a big loss, because something was clearly ready there. Shoktrepet was building something, and all of a sudden it just got destroyed, and he didn't put it. I don't feel like he had enough time to deploy whatever he had prepared, but this harvester on the other hand was saved, so well done there by Shoktrepet. I feel like it's gonna be finished though. Wow, 1,500 credits for this lightning spike, right? Which clearly did pay off. And now Shoktrepet will have to push his opponent. Bikerush is in a, well in a I would say in a difficult situation because there are lots of well, not that much. He doesn't have them in a big group, like they're just flowing and they are scattered around the map, these predators and APCs. So two tripods should be just enough to stop it, unless the spreads will get a railgun upgrade, which is not gonna happen soon. Not gonna happen soon, and that is quite the problem. Yeah, um, and Shoktrepet clearly needs to take this, well, third expansion as soon as he can, because Bike has already taken 3 expansions. To be fair, it's way more money, and yeah, one of these harvesters gonna be cleaned out, and Shoktrepet is putting 2 refineries at the same time. It's clearly Tiberium Wars build or something like that. Same time. Very unregular and predictable thing. I mean, normally you don't do stuff like that because it puts you so much behind, and you get in, well, quite vulnerable to your opponent because he can. When you're doing something like that, you have to build crane and then 2 refineries, and you clearly won't be able to have more units than your opponent if you just mass spam, let's say, tripods or even gun workers with seekers. It's not even almost easy to stop this shit, I would say, because it's crappy units, but if you mass them, if you build them just enough, and then they can do a major job in winning you the game. There are lots of tripods which probably gonna be phased out and taken out by Prodigy. Yep, that's exactly how it happened. But oh wow, how did he teleport all of them? That was actually quite nice move. Quite nice teleport here by Bikerush. I mean, I felt like the area for face field was way smaller, and he shouldn't be able to teleport 5 tripods which were like scattered on such a big area still. And wow, that's blow my mind. But yeah, nice move actually. I feel like maybe he put this face field in the middle, and all those tripods were at least connected with the part of this face field ability, so then when he like clogged them, I mean when he used this face field, it just touched and connected with every tripod, so he was able to teleport every one of them. That was quite nice, and yeah, what can you say? It helps a lot to manipulate with your units and change their position instantaneously, in a blink of an eye, basically. Now you're shooting the tripods, you feel like you're killing them, and then once in one moment they're just not there. They are on the completely different part of the map, a completely different spot. So yeah, crazy. This is just a campy build. Abusing your hexapod by teleporting it. It's just, well, what I would do, I think. But pro players, I feel like they should not abuse this stuff. Yeah, well, construction yard was captured. GG, VP, that's gonna be it, because wow, MCB has been taken. Yep. Да, очень круто сейчас было разыграно. партия байком, ну, имеется в виду вот этот телепорт 5 триподов, круто был совершен потом МСЦ захват, еще и забрано МСЦ. Ну, конечно, абьюз жука это такое, мы не поощряем, но что поделать. Как есть, так есть. Надо, получается, надо уметь бороться. За ХСП еще не так плохо, хотя и нелегко, да. Надо, наверное, гранатометчиков все-таки тут делать. Ух, скидывается еще одно поле Тиберия. Тибериевая жила, очень круто. Байком прикольно. Ну и продолжаем. Много хаммерхедов сейчас у Шоктрепета. Если он разыграет ими как... Ну, тут много авиации, то есть тут надо ястребы однозначно, наверное, даже... Наверное, даже 8 штук. Однозначно хотя бы 8 штук. We can clearly see that Shoktrepet has some firehawks of his own, but it may not be enough against all these packs and, of course, devastators, which is a very powerful weapon if you use it properly. I mean, in the hands of, of course, in the hands of an expert. This packs, though, Bike is clearly not trying not to overspend on anything that he doesn't need. I mean, he didn't really spam any tripods. He knows that air units is way better way to way better way tautology actually. It's a better option which will let you demolish all your enemy buildings and units in a second, especially if you have them a lot. So he's just going packs and devastators, which is, yeah, just what he needs, I think. He clearly has more Tiberium. He created himself an additional he created himself an extra how do you call it actually, Tiberium field basically, because when you use this Overlord's Raz, that's exactly what Bike did there. He created an extra, well, this was the first Tiberium field for himself, which clearly makes huge sense, and it helps you to spam even more units to get even more money. Yeah, due to the fact that you will get more money, you will be able to produce more units. And yeah, he has both Rift and Iron Cannon since he captured MCV of Shoktrepet. So it's gonna be 2 super weapons against 1 super weapon. It's turned out to be a funny game after all. So far, Bike is not attacking, he's just gathering up the units. Yeah, so we're quite weird, to be honest. So it became an absolutely camping game. Both players barely attack each other, they just scout each other, and this hack support is trying to do some damage, but is not it won't be able to, since there are grenadier squad ready to impede it any moment. Uh, any moment he will get closer to this infantry, or to this Marv, or to the base of the GTA player, and clearly Shoktrepet is just going artillery now, and a few. I thought he would go. I thought he would go like a few airfields, but now I see like it's only one airfield, not that much. T4 is there. I'm not aware. I'm not aware if Bike if Bike actually knows about these juggernauts. It should not be a big deal. Oh, another MCV has been captured. Damage shock. What is going on? You're losing the second MCV this game, and that hurts. That's clearly painful when you're losing your units, but when you're losing your MCV like that, just being captured by Prodigy, ooh, it's got me so frustrated. Such a sneaky, vicious way to finish the game by just capturing the fucking MCV of your opponents for a few times. That's gets me absolutely tilted when something like that happens to me. I mean, and that is absolutely understandable. But there are going to be two epic units where where is the second epic unit? I mean, where is the hexapod and the addition to this map? That's just fun, damn it. This map though, why would you want to play it? I don't get it. Yeah, Shock should have sold himself after losing this harvester to disintegrators, because that just put him so much behind, and Bikerush on the other side was playing very defensively. He was just spamming units. After he produced enough, he decided like, well, alright, let's go. Actually, he didn't decide anything. He just waited for Shoktrepet to come, and he came, lost MCV, epic unit, and then he was done. Alright, and
Be without your love, but I'm fine. And I would try to set that in my mind. Wherever I go in my dreams, when I lay in my bed, we can get you out of there. I just wanna make you feel special, but I know you don't want me 'cause I'm not your type. Is alright. Well, I know you're inside. I just wanna make you feel special, but I know you don't want me 'cause I'm not your type. Is alright. We can get you out of there.
Alright, so we're gonna see Bikerush playing for Steel Talents. Oh, that is a particularly nasty, nasty choice of random. Well, I would say of the fate, because playing for Steel Talents is a challenge, but playing for Steel Talents against Shoktrepet is a challenge two times harder, and I feel like Shoktrepet, who's gonna play for Reapers this game, should be able to to take over his opponent if he just goes, if he spams, maybe try to do a few shardwalkers, gunwalkers and seekers on T2, T1, T2, and then maybe switch to T3 units, tripods. Tripods and shardwalkers, to be honest, should be the way to win this game, and MCV deployment is important, since you clearly have to put your MCV somewhere there after you after you go both this expansion, and to go like to T2, T3, maybe also status shield building. I mean, I can remember how it's called. So anyway, after you go everything you wanna have, I mean, like all these buildings for T2 and T3, you should definitely go with the MCV here, just so you can support all your tripods and gunwalkers, which is shardwalkers. If you're playing for Reapers, it's shardwalkers. And then you should be able to surpass your enemy units if your enemy is playing for Steel Talents. There's nothing much really going on. Shoktrepet tried to engage with 5 degraders, tried to rush his opponent, which didn't work to the perfection, because, well, it didn't work at all, because he didn't lose any harvester. Bikerush was able to defend his harvesters, protect them, and, well, avoid any of his units being lost. And then, well, I don't know. 5, 5, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 harvesters there for Shock, while it's only 7 harvesters for Bike. Ooh, he's repairing the broken bridge, and that is interesting. That Shock first of all decided to destroy this building of Bike, so he was able to prevent him from going Blood Tiberium for some time, but now eventually Bike will take it. That is quite important, and this Blue Tiberium gives you so much more money, twice the money you get from this Green Tiberium, so keep it in mind. 5th harvester should be sent there. And 2 harvesters have been sent there by Shock, which is going a bit overboard, but I wouldn't say so, because there's enough Tiberium, or there's going to be enough Tiberium in a second for both harvesters, if they won't get intersected, I mean, with the speedballs and Wolverines. Ooh, that was used. It says a shield was used. Am I right or wrong? Because I feel like I missed something. Yeah, said the shield was used. Doesn't really mean that Bikerush is gonna lose, because well, he did take one harvester. Going with speedballs against screen is sorry. Going with the pitballs against screen is just wrong and absolutely ridiculous at some point even because but it was proven a lot of times like that you should not go with your pitballs against screen any kind of screen fraction. The integrators are way too good at stopping all this stuff, and considering the shard workers are more powerful, they can deal with speedballs on their own just as good if there are numbers, of course, if they have numbers. And Storm Riders, on the other hand, Shoktrepet is doing it to prevent by going air, which is quite possible. We'll see how it works though.
Construction complete. New construction options. Training. Building. Enemy base sighted. Unit under attack. Construction complete. Unit lost. Building. Our base is under attack. Construction complete. Repairing. Building. Training. On hold. Cancel. Training. Unit under attack. Construction complete. Insufficient funds. Training.
Firehawks clearly won the battle in the air. Wow, now it seems like they lost it, but no, they actually traded for T3, which was quite a fair trade, and it still makes sense considering how long you will have to, how much time you'll have to spend to rebuild T3, and time is everything here. Knowing that, Bikerush decided to trade his Firehawks for tech, which is good. So there are only 2 tripods on the arena, maybe 3, I don't know. Am I not seeing everything? No, that's actually it. There are a few more. A few more Storm Riders, but I feel like Mammoth Tanks and Titans, who they overestimated,
Unit lost.
can be stopped just as easy as they have been built. I mean, I'm not sure that's the best way to play this game. Gosh, he's wasting 3, he's losing 3 Firehawks for what? 1, 2, 3 Storm Riders. For now, oh yeah, 1 or 2 Storm Riders. But Bikerush is still gathering his blue Iberium, and Shoktrepet is actually doing the same thing. He realizes he needs it. Shoktrepet needed to move his MCV way earlier. I mean, people there are always so afraid to move their MCV in the middle, but it actually gives you so much advantage, and it's easier. I know it looks like, okay, this guy is talking about moving his MCV, but it's easier said than done. But no, this map, I mean, if you're playing for screen, even if you're playing for Reaper, your MCV will get from this position to this position. I mean, will move from the second expansion to the middle quite quickly. It won't take a significant amount of time, so you should not be worried about losing anything, but it will give you the radius to build defensive structures, also support your units if unless I mean, in case they don't have some, well, anti-air, unless there are no anti-air units or no anti-infantry units in your army, but you have a really powerful army against like tanks and buildings, meaning you have tripods and nothing else, and you just push with MCV open, and then you sustain your tripods. You overbuild your enemy with spamming your tripods without having to build chat workers, because you just build battery hives instead, putting them there and there and there and everywhere on his base, which is quite what I used to do, and it worked quite efficiently against pretty much everyone. I mean, the player is way better than me, of course, but players of my skill, of my rank, they usually lose to this thing. So I feel like it should be used. It should be used actually more often, and all those mammoth tanks have been lost. They're quite a good trade. He should have finished this last one, but damn it, divert tanks have been lost just as much. Taken down this T3 by Bikerush played such an well, extremely important role. Very, yeah. Um, Quite, if you ask me, it was absolutely inevitable that he would have to lose this game after Shoktrepet actually lost this T3. I mean, tech buildings, they're very important, especially if you're playing for screen factions, right? So you gotta keep this in mind and try to protect your T3 with everything you've got. So after Shoktrepet failed in it, that was a small chance of him. The chances of him winning the game dropped out significantly. They decreased, I would say, 50-60%. I mean, I'm not a pro player or something, but I just know how this shit works, and I'm just trying to explain it. If I'm wrong in something, you're free to correct me or try to overrule my opinion. So what we could have seen now was that disintegrators didn't manage to do any damage there. Shoktrepet was trying to find his way on his base to Bikerush, which clearly was and he was way over his head doing so, and Bikerush was just defending himself quite properly. I think he built like 2 buzzer hives, 1 gun walkers, and now he produced 1 more just to you know be able to stop all disintegrates in one moment, in a second, if they decide to attack, because they will get destroyed too easily. And I feel like I feel like there are lots of I feel way too many gunwalkers still. Like 1 gunwalker should be more than enough, but yeah, Bikerush should knows better anyway. And only now he's doing advanced articulators, lags for his disintegrators, and gonna try to harass his opponent. So the funny thing is Shoktrepet actually managed to expand faster, and he's gonna have, oh wow, he still doesn't have a refinery. Somehow he expanded faster and still he's behind. God damn it. I mean, he's not huge. Well, he expanded with his MCB faster, but building the refinery took him way more time than needed. So Bikerush is a little bit ahead now. In economical state, they probably equal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 harvesters for Shoktrepet, and well, it's actually 9 harvesters. 9 harvesters for Bikerush. So he's ready. He's ready to go T3 even, but he decided to go first of all the full massive economy, and then only then to go tech, which is smart, I think, because it will help you to put this well, to try to spam the high tier units and spam more of them later if you don't overspam on these T1, T2 units. But there are still qualities on the field from Shoktrepet. Let's see what they're gonna do if they manage to inflict any damage upon their enemy. And I still feel like to go with 4 refineries is how Bikerush described it, a bit more clever, since you want to have a massive economy first, then you can go and do whatever the hell you want to do, and go massive spam, go tech, or just go tech and then massive spam. You decide, like you say it, you know. And this one harvest is gonna be lost, probably even 2 of them, like way too many disintegrators have been spammed. Oh my god, 3 harvesters, shock, what is going on? There's gonna be another 4 harvesters taken, and that's gonna be the end of the damn game. Another 2 harvesters are coming there to be suicided. Suicided, guys. Goodbye. Goodbye, buddies. We're not gonna see you again. I don't know what to say. I'm a little bit disappointed. This game is lost already. I'm feeling sorry for Shoktrepet. That was such a severe loss, and I feel like he realized it straight away, but I don't know what else he can do to stop all this things from happening. I mean, well, he clearly could have protected his expansion better. He clearly could have moved out his harvesters in time when they were attacked, and he clearly could have put a little bit more buzzer hives uh, before the before the attack happened. So since he didn't do this, he doesn't have T3. Those disintegrators just tearing apart everything they see, and they are quite a malicious way to kill your opponent. Oh, disintegrators, man! These disintegrators. The one more harvester probably gonna be taken. I don't know. Shock is probably feeling terrified right now. Maybe he's a little bit tired, exhausted, don't know, can't say. And I would have felt, who knows, I probably anxious after losing so many units and games and losing them the way Shoktrepet did. I feel like he's somehow in a really bad shape today, so I can't really blame him. But Bikerush, on the other hand, is playing quite consistently, as he always does. Since his Bikerush, and everybody knows him as a consistent player, the most consistent, in fact, of all other players who's playing Kane's Rust. So his cult is gonna get one squad gonna get taken, but that wouldn't matter as much, especially considering there are more disintegrators on the top. God damn it. Shock, no, don't attack this damn lightning spike. Attack the fucking disintegrators. Don't let them kill your harvesters. Not one more, not one more. That's gonna be the end of the game if you don't manage to hold up and at least to hold on and at least save one harvester. Wow, that's huge. That was actually nothing. Only disintegrators. It stopped really easily. You like build one corruptor. Okay, well, two corruptors. In fact, two is the case. I mean, one is enough to kill almost everything was there. Two is like enough to kill everything and more. So yeah, but that's gonna be 4-0 in favor of Bikerush. That's gonna be a really short series from what it seems. From what it looks, Bikerush is playing. Wow. He's absolutely on the ball today. And hey to everybody who joined us, who just joined us, who joined us during the stream. Nick Lighten, hello to you, buddy. Firestorm, Lumus, Strauss, everyone I didn't notice. Haruspex, nice to see you guys. Today we're gonna be casting, well, I'm gonna be casting alone, as you may have already noticed. So it's gonna be more of an English stream, more of a talking. English talking stream, I would say, and maybe some Russian fragments will appear, but I don't know. I don't feel like there is any need in it, and sticking to the next game, we're gonna have here Bikerush playing against Shoktrepet. Bikerush is playing for GDI this time. Place on the left bottom corner, or left corner, just on the left side of the map, sorry, and Shoktrepet is playing for Steel Talents. Probably not the first matchup. Shoktrepet, of course, spotted on the right side of the map, so Steel Talents against GDI is quite old and quite known matchup. So um, the funny thing there is, I wouldn't say that it's impossible for Steel Talents to win, but it's difficult to win against GDI. Unless you base push them like on T1, even maybe T2, like after the first expansion, you just go base push them. That clearly worked a lot, but on this map it's very doubtful idea. I wouldn't go into the details, but it's only the fact that it's really difficult to move your MCV close to the second expansion of your opponent soon enough, so he won't have enough army to stop you on the move, or to stop you when you move to the middle, oh sorry, to when you move to his second expansion. So yeah. What can I add to what have already been said? Yeah, so the funny thing is, yeah, let me see. I feel like Steel Talents is actually a sub faction, right? It's a since it's a sub faction of a GDI, it should have some unique abilities, which it all of course has, like Wolverines and Titans and some other abilities. They are actually decreased, they have been actually decreased of, like in let's say Marv, like Zone Troopers, right? They don't have Zone Troopers. They don't. They're not able to build also Commander, right? They don't have a Commander, and neither do they have any MPs. Like MP Grenadier MPs is not able. Is not. It's just not there. It was cut for this faction. Cut down, and yeah. GDI on the other hand is a very stable faction, and it's quite easy to play for them, even when you don't really know what exactly you want to do. You just do a standard build. Your harvesters is a bit faster, by the way. GDI harvesters are a bit faster than Steel Talents harvesters. That helps a lot when it comes to mining time, right? This attack, or rather push, from Steel Talents player haven't succeeded, so he will have to go for his own refinery right now and protect from the speedballs, which is quite possible that he will manage to, because there is already Titan and Watchtower in place, not so many pitbulls. So if Bikerush manages to gather up all this blue Tiberium, he should definitely succeed. And the only advice is, I think Shoktrepet has to play his best faction against Bike. Playing each faction is just too difficult when you're up against Bike. You gotta put your best forward. You gotta put your best feet forward, which means that you have to show your best moves. You have to do your best tactics, some schemes, maybe some, I don't know, combinations which you used to do, which you know how they should be done, and it's quite essential that you are not playing for random faction. I mean, yeah, it's good to train, but if you're playing to win, you should definitely play in your best faction. When it comes down to winning, you cannot play for all factions on the decent level. I mean, on such a good level as you're playing for your main factions. That's what I meant to say. and the speedballs are doing some job there, but
Talking to myself and I can't focus. Yeah, I'm broken. The door is closing. Wanna be a part of something more than this. I've lost control of it. I've lost control. We are young. We are floating like the sun. We are golden. We are young. We are floating like the sun. We are
so it looks like Bike is in a really tight spot now.
talking to myself and I can't focus. Yeah, I'm broken. The door is closing. Wanna be a part of something more than this. I've lost control of it. I've lost control.
Looks like Bike is still managing to get some good trades for him, and he has more units. And Shoktrepet on the other hand doesn't really have these 3 upgrades, which means he doesn't really have railguns. That may play a bad trick on him, since if he's not able to hold these tanks, which he's clearly not, since he doesn't have numbers there, he doesn't have anything. He has some hammerheads, but that's not enough, and then this game should be over in a minute. Most likely Bike will surpass Shoktrepet with all these predators. So it looks like it's a done deal. I mean, Bikerush has already has too much of an advantage. This Orca's doing some colossal work for him, and those Firehawks still haven't been killed. The Speedballs, on the other hand, they're still alive, but they won't be able to get to these Firehawks in time to clear them up, and those Predators will definitely clean a few of the Speedballs by themselves. And Blue Tiberium helps a lot. Bike took all of his Blue Tiberium before, so he's up on his feet again. I mean, he's way too powerful right now, having so many units and getting such a good trace, which he already had before. It's just funny thing. Fire just killed AI battery, which is yeah, just a waste of bombs, to be honest. But Bike can allow himself to do some weird shit like that when he's having such a big... When he has such a big economy, and also because he has one, and just the advantage he has already been given by Shoktrepet. This Tiberium has been splitted by both players. Most of it just was taken by Shoktrepet nonetheless. I don't feel like this Titans can hold it though. I mean, if they had railguns, if only they had railguns, man, that could have played a significant role. That could have helped. But like this Firehawks just coming and killing this AI batteries. That is just wow. That is just trolling. It seems more like a trolling to be fair. Yeah. Bike never trolls. I mean, he trolls, but not powerful players. I mean, yeah. GG came out. So 5-0 in favor of Shoktrepet. This series have been finished. Somehow Bike managed to play them without having to lose a single game, which is quite extraordinary if you ask me, but it's Bikerush. There are lots of things which are extraordinary about him, and I'm not really surprised he managed to win this series just like that. So yeah, thanks everybody for being there. This guy's still gonna play, but like we're doing best of 8, and I feel like that's gonna be it. So yes, thank you guys for being there, for watching them, and that's gonna be it for tonight. Peace out and good night.